Tonight, some official confirmation to what we're seeing all over San Diego. There are more people living on the streets and in shelters than there were 2 years ago.
That's according to a count taken back in February by the Regional Task Force on Homelessness. It found more than 8,400 people across the county are experiencing homelessness. That is a 10% jump from 2020.
As many as 30% of those individuals were women, and about a quarter of them were senior citizens. San Diego's Mayor Todd Gloria says he's not surprised by the new figures released today.
In a one-on-one interview with CBS 8's Shannon Handy, he acknowledged just how bad the problem is and says solving homelessness is his top priority.
How often are you meeting about this? How often does this come up on your daily interactions about how to solve this problem?
Every single day.
Mayor Todd Gloria says he's well aware of what's happening on the streets of San Diego. In virtually every neighborhood you step into, you'll find homeless people taking over public walkways, canyons, and abandoned properties. Drive along our freeways and you'll see them there too.
As a third-generation San Diegan, it makes me very angry to see this.
For months, CBS 8 has been covering stories about the homeless problem. We've heard from you about how it impacts your daily lives.
Quality of life has been shot.
On social media, you've spoken out too. None of it surprises Mayor Gloria.
I'm going to read you a few comments from viewers based on homeless stories we've done. It's out of control. Poor San Diego used to be the gem of California. I want to know how Coronado keeps them away. What's Todd Gloria doing about it?
What I sense in all those statements is frustration.
Mayor Gloria agreed to sit down with me, saying the one thing that's often missing from all the criticism is context.
Both for what we're doing to try to address it and why it's happening.
He says the pandemic is partially to blame. Not only did it push more people onto the streets, but the resources used to both help the homeless and punish those who break the law were crippled because of it.
Social distancing for you and I may have meant that we stood 6 feet apart when we got our cup of coffee. For homeless people, that meant hundreds of shelter beds that could not be used. Our criminal justice system has not been running at full tilt for the last 2 years. Our ability to book people into jail, our ability to hold them there with bail, these are things that have not been tools that are in our toolbox for the last couple of years.
Fast forward to 2022, Mayor Gloria maintains things are changing. A few examples: capacity at shelters is increased by 25%, with 450 additional beds being added in the coming months. As of May 15th, bail has been reinstated. And in a first-of-its-kind program, the city is working with Caltrans and a homeless service provider to clear encampments along highways and offer assistance to those who live there. Mayor Gloria's latest budget has a total allocation of nearly $70 million dedicated towards homelessness services, more than ever before. Still, some argue progress has been slow.
But it seems like the problem is getting worse. I mean, you live downtown, you walk near the ballpark, go out front the post office. It's really, really bad.
Yeah.
And it just seems like we're pouring money and pouring more shelter space into this issue, but is it working?
We are showing thousands of people who are not on the streets every night because of our shelter beds. We're showing hundreds of people transitioning from those shelter beds into housing, but it's still not enough.
So what more is needed? Mayor Gloria believes if we really want to see the homeless problem improve, we need to adjust how to deal with those who are severely mentally ill or suffer from substance abuse. Right now, under state law, they can't be forced to get help. That too is changing. Mayor Gloria says the legislature is on its way to approving Care Court, Governor Newsom's proposal, which will require both accountability and treatment, whether a person is homeless or not.
The answer right now in California is that if we approach them with one of our outreach workers and say, would you like some assistance, and they turn us down, that's the end of the conversation. And that is just wrong. What I'm encouraged by is that that conversation that was basically nowhere a year or two ago is now seemingly everywhere, and I actually do have relative confidence that something will happen this year.
Confident in some areas, yet cautious in others. Mayor Gloria worries inflation, evictions, and rising housing costs will continue to chip away at some of the progress being made. He says the city's collaboration with the county is working to change that, but that every municipality needs to do its part, calling it a big problem that needs a multi-pronged approach.
We cannot claim to be America's finest city if we have 8,000 homeless people living on our streets.
Shannon Handy, CBS 8.
If you would like to see Shannon's entire interview with Mayor Gloria, just head to our website, cbs8.com.